How to install an Innotech window. Innotech windows are high-performance windows with unique operating features. A proper installation is necessary to ensure the windows operate and perform as manufactured for many decades. To install an Innotech window, you will need the following tools and materials. This video does not provide instructions on how to apply the sealants, flashings, or barrier membranes required for a code-compliant, weather-sealed, airtight, and durable installation. Before installing the windows, make sure every opening adheres to your project's detailed weather and air barrier strategy. A well-thought-out strategy is the key to a high-performance window installation and overall wall assembly. Before you begin installation, it is critical to inspect both the window and the rough opening. Inspect the window prior to installation. Do not install a window that is damaged. If you notice any damage, immediately contact your Innotech product representative or authorized dealer. Next, inspect every rough opening to ensure each opening is square, has a level sill, and has plumb jambs. On the job site, this should be completed prior to installing the weather and air barriers. Windows that are installed in improperly framed openings or in openings that are the wrong size can result in ongoing operational issues and premature failure. Next, qualify the window size and the rough opening size. Ensure the window is the correct size for the opening. Measure the window and cross-reference the measurement to the size on the quote and the size of the rough opening. The rough opening must have a minimum clearance of no less than 1/2 of an inch and no more than 5/8 of an inch on all 4 sides of the window. Once you've confirmed that the window is not damaged, the rough opening is properly framed, and the rough opening is the correct size, you are ready to install the window. Innotech windows are available with or without a nailing flange. The installation instructions for a window with or without a nailing flange are very similar, and both require the use of strap anchors to secure the window to the rough opening. Innotech supplies high-quality pre-bent strap anchors made of galvanized steel that are specifically engineered to be used with Innotech windows. The corner anchors are installed 6 inches from each corner. The mullion anchors are installed 6 inches from each vertical and horizontal mullion. And the intermediate anchors are installed at a maximum spacing of 12 inches on center between the corner and mullion anchors. To install the anchors, first make sure the interior of the window is facing you. Hold the strap anchors below the prongs and face the prongs towards the window. Place the prongs of the anchor into the wide groove on the edge of the frame, then turn the anchor 90 degrees clockwise or towards you. Once each anchor is installed on the frame, gently bend the anchor about 1 inch towards the center of the window. Make sure not to overbend the anchors. Windows without a nail flange allow you to install the window anywhere within the rough opening. The location will depend on your specific wall assembly, performance targets, and interior and exterior finishes. Typically, windows that are installed in the middle of the wall improves the thermal performance of the overall window installation. On the exterior, a middle install provides more protection from the weather as the window is set back within the opening. And on the interior, a middle install allows for proper air movement when the window is in the tilt position, as the top of the tilt will come out of the opening. In this video, we are installing the window in the middle of the rough opening. Prior to installing the window into the rough opening, measure and mark on all 4 sides of the rough opening where you will install the window. To determine the correct position of the window within the rough opening, use a pre-made jig that is tacked to the interior of the wall or a combination square. Using 2 or more people depending on the size of the window, safely lift and center the window into the opening. Next, using the correct fastener for your wall substrate, loosely fasten 1 or 2 of the top anchors to the rough opening. Always use quality fasteners that are corrosion resistant and selected for compatibility with the wall substrate. In this video, we are installing the window into a 2x6 wood-framed wall and recommend using a minimum number 10 by 1 3/4 inch panhead wood screw. Fasten into the hole nearest to the window frame. With the window loosely anchored to the rough opening, you can now center, straighten, and level the window. Innotech recommends using stackable plastic shims. These are durable shims that are available in varying heights. Using a glazing bar or flat pry bar, gently lift the window and insert the sill support shims under the frame to level the window. When inserting the shims, be careful not to damage the flashing or membranes. A water drainage gap at the sill of no less than 1/8 inch is recommended. For fixed windows, the shims need to be placed 4 inches from each corner, vertical mullion, and coupling mullion to properly support the weight of the glass. On operable windows, the shims need to be placed directly under the hinges. This helps support the weight of the window when it opens. Operable windows also need shims under the vertical jambs. These should be placed 4 inches from the bottom corner behind the hinge and 4 inches from the top corner diagonally across from the bottom hinge. These 2 shims are critical to initially set and keep the window square over time. Once the sill and jamb shims are positioned in the correct locations to properly support the window, verify that the window is plumb, level, and square. The window is now ready to be fastened to the opening. The strap anchors should be sealed using a material compatible with the sill membrane, or if the substrate is exposed, compatible with that substrate. The sealant should be applied near the edge where the anchor bends. Make sure the sealant covers the entire width of the strap anchor to maintain the continuity of the air barrier when the installation is finished. Once the sealant is applied, bend the strap anchors back against the side of the rough opening. The objective is to have each strap anchor lie flat against the side of the opening before they are screwed into place. You may need to gently bend the anchor back and forth to make it lie flat. For fixed windows, when fastening the anchors to the frame, start by loosely fastening each corner. Next, fasten the anchors at the midpoints of the frames and at the mullions. Finally, fasten the intermediate anchors by alternating from side to side and top to bottom. This sequence helps prevent deforming the window or shifting the position of the window within the opening. For tilt and turn windows, when fastening the anchors to the frame, start by loosely fastening each corner. Next, fasten the anchors at the sill. If you have removed the sash, it is recommended to hang the sash before fastening the other anchors. Once every anchor is loosely fastened and the sash is replaced on operable windows, check to make sure the window is still level and plumb. Lastly, tighten each fastener. Once the window is fastened to the rough opening, we recommend checking the operation of the tilt and turn window. Innotech tilt and turn windows are shipped with sash spacer shims to protect the window during shipping, handling, and installation. After the window is installed, the spacer shims should be removed. The spacer shims are located on the inside of all 4 sides of the tilt and turn window frame. To remove them, open the window, then gently slide, twist, and pull each spacer shim out of the frame, or gently pry them out with the assembly key. Using the Innotech supplied assembly key, insert the square end into the middle hole of the handle. open the window by turning the assembly key 90 degrees towards the hinges. Tilt the window by turning the assembly key 180 degrees towards the hinges. Test the operation by opening and closing the window and tilting and closing the window a few times. The sash should open, tilt, close, and lock smoothly. If the window does not easily open, tilt, close, and lock, refer to our written installation instructions for help troubleshooting. Depending on the thickness of your wall and the location of the window within the wall, you may need to break off the anchor ends and the shim tails. To break off the anchor ends, gently bend the anchor back and forth by hand or with pliers. Remove the shim tails with pliers. Innotech windows may also have protective film on the glass and on the frames. Protective film on the glass and the frames should be removed within 3 months of installation to prevent damage to the glass and frames. Once the protective film on the frames is removed, install the drain caps on the exterior of the window. To install the drain caps, gently insert them into each hole with the open side facing down.